The Lord is doing something right now, isn't he? Unlike anything I've seen in my lifetime. A little over 2 weeks ago, millions of people saw Charlie Kirk shot through the neck. 11 days later, hundreds of millions heard the gospel proclaimed at his memorial. And they saw his wife forgive the young man that killed her husband. What kind of love was displayed for the world to see? We've never seen anything like this. And this event didn't happen in a vacuum. This wasn't the start of something, though I do think this is a turning point. I think right now we are part of the greatest spiritual awakening of all time. But this didn't start 2 weeks ago. The Lord has been moving and shifting some things. Our team has been trying to study this the best we can. The last 5 years, something seems to be different. People are openly curious about religious things. And gosh, within the last 2 weeks, so many conversations have been happening. Just Wednesday, what's today? Friday. Wednesday, before I came down here, I was out to lunch with some friends, and our waiter I don't even know how we found ourselves into this spiritual conversation. I'll be honest with y'all, I'm not Mr. Evangelist. You know, probably have some of those friends where it's like, how did they find themselves in that gospel conversation? That's not natural to me. But even so, me and my two friends find ourselves in this gospel conversation with a waiter, and he's asking us questions like we've been his spiritual mentor for 20 years. And before long, it's been 10, 15 minutes. We're talking outside, and it's not crowded outside. We're the only table, but then his manager comes out. And she did not have a pleasant look on her face. And she pulls him in, and we sit there, and my friend's remark was like, wow, we may have just led him to the Lord, but we certainly just got him fired. Well, he comes back about 20 minutes later, out around the other side, and comes up to our table from the other way, and he goes, it's okay, I don't have any more tables, so where were we? And he had so many questions. I want to read just one thing for you, and then we're going to get going with tonight, but I want to just read one thing for you. Yeah, let's read this. There's so many responses now that are pouring out online. People whose lives have been changed in the last couple of weeks. But listen to this one. This is a testimony from a woman who was raised Muslim. She said, I listened to Erica Kirk's full speech at the memorial, and I want to share a few thoughts that came to me. First, I should say that I grew up as a Muslim in a Muslim country. I don't know enough about Christianity to say if what I witnessed is rooted in faith or culture. But what struck me the most was how even though death is heavy, and this was by nature a sad occasion, the entire event carried a celebratory spirit. That contrast hit me deeply. In Islam, even though we believe that good people go to heaven, the relationship with God is taught through fear. Funerals are overwhelmingly sad, often filled with warnings of the terrifying first night in the grave. Growing up hearing that and then witnessing people celebrate life, speak of God's love, and remember someone through the impact he had on others, it felt so refreshing, so positive. Second, I was profoundly moved by Erica Kirk's words. I cannot fathom the strength it takes to stand and deliver such a meaningful speech after losing the love of your life. But even more than that, the grace it takes to forgive the very person who destroyed your world. I cannot imagine myself standing on a stage, sending love to those who cheered your husband's murder, or inviting others to spread God's love in response, because, as she said, we do not respond to hate with hate. That is powerful beyond words. Again, I'm ignorant when it comes to Christianity, but if this is what it truly embodies, then I am envious of those who have it. The Lord is doing something, my friends. He is drawing people to himself. And there are a lot of questions right now. You heard from that woman who was raised Muslim. She says, I don't know what Christianity is about, but what I'm witnessing, I am envious of it if it is real and if it is true.